This is another episode of the Decoy Sports Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Decoy Sports Podcast for another week. My name is Jackson, and this is my best mate over here, Joel Thompson.
Hello, Jackson Fogo.
How are you?
Great now.
Yeah.
We were just saying God's nectar.
We are just saying no one will hear that at the start, but no. I just had a sip and said, it's God's nectar right there, mate. I genuinely can't, as you just said, I can't remember last time I had a rum. Ran out of beers, so luckily you had one of these here.
Yeah. It's delicious.
It is fucking good.
It is good.
It is good.
Super sugary, like your teeth will feel fat later. But
they're all furry and shit, eh?
Yeah, but it's worth it.
I feel like I'd get like severe hangovers off rum.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know why.
It's because you drink it with like heaps of Coke and stuff.
Whenever we used to live together, we used to go and smash a bottle of rum, like severe hangovers. Severe.
It is definitely just rum.
Oh, yeah. 100%. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What did you up to today, this weekend, mate?
Just some family stuff.
Yeah.
Just went to the sea koalas and...
Sea koalas?
Yeah, the koala
That's sanctuary. Your life now, mate. Going to fucking... What's it called? Zoos, basically.
Yeah, Lone Pine Koala Sanctuary. Went there, just took the baby and missus, and that's about it. Watch footy.
Nice.
Watch the Knights get a famous win.
Famous win.
Famous.
Oh, thank you, by the way. Thank you. Thank you for giving us a chance. I was probably cheering more for that game than I was when our game was on. Yeah. I had to go over to Coochie to see Erin's family. I was at a grandma's house just watching on my phone with just like the most awful 3G reception you've ever seen because it's on an island. And fuck, man, I was cheering. They were all like, Jesus Christ.
It is this fucking prick.
Yeah, like, why you don't even go for these teams? I was like, don't worry about it.
It's deeper than that.
I'm not going to explain it. Leave me be.
How was your weekend?
Pretty good. Before we do that, I just want to also say, like, as you're aware, next Monday is my birthday. I think today, Father Time gave me a bit of a reminder that I'm getting old, you know?
What's wrong with you?
I went to CrossFit this morning and we were going through a warm-up. It was literally just stretching and I hear this in my hamstring.
Really?
Gone.
Gone. Is it actually fucked?
It's fucked. Just gone from stretching.
Fuck.
Yeah.
That's why you don't stretch.
Yeah. But then if you don't stretch, I find you can't not stretch, especially if you train as much as me. But it's almost like he's just going, just chill out, bro. You're doing too much.
Yeah, relax.
But I like it.
Nearly 32.
I know. I don't know what to do. I'm not slowing
down.
Is
it actually gone though?
It's definitely like a grade 1 strain, yeah.
Ooh,
100%.
A few weeks.
Normally a week to 2, depending on, but you can still do shit.
Yeah.
You just can't run. You can't run, you can't really jump.
You're not doing heaps of running at the moment.
No. You probably don't squat to depth, I'd say. Although I did it and then I didn't want to be a pussy because it was the start of a thing, so I did the full session.
Dumb.
And it was literally like a clean complex too. Like it was literally like high pull, front squat, a clean, like squat clean, 2 front squats and then an overhead jerk. And
so like all hemi.
All just deep squats into like some other dumb workout too. And I was just like, it felt all right. Like I could feel it, but it was just like this like real dull. I was like, maybe I just like, you know, and sometimes like your back clicks and it kind of like has this like clearing feeling. You almost feel like, I felt like that. And I was like, maybe I didn't actually hurt it. It just sort of clicked my groin just cleared out or whatever. And then because it's like moved a little bit, it's like sort of like
your joint, like your hip joint
realigns.
Something.
It happened to my lower back like late last year before I had a comp. I was doing a deadlift and sort of my SIJ shifted a little bit and I was like, oh, I thought I fucked my back, but then it was fine like 2 days later. But where it is, it's like right at the top part where your ass is. And I was like, that's a strain for sure. So
take it easy, mate.
Yeah. I got a comp in a few weeks, so hopefully
just relax.
That heals. I went to Matildas.
Yeah, how was it?
On Saturday. It was a bit boring. It was good. Like atmosphere was great.
Atmosphere would have been sick.
Really, really good atmosphere.
Were you in like corporate area or something?
Nah, it was we're just getting resale tickets and Erin was trying to do it for like 2 hours and then finally like they popped up and we just like you just basically get them. But I think what they did was it was right where the press stuff was.
Yeah.
So it was like sitting right where the press people do.
Yeah. I was like
newspaper and all that stuff.
tellies and shit.
There was a little telly there and stuff, so it was good because what they put on the big screens wasn't like they don't put the like normal replays they do on the TV because I don't want the fans to go fucking mental basically. Like if something bad happens. Yeah. Although they put the penalty up and that was probably the best part. So everyone's like, oh, it was going in. Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
But they had the TV. It was like a TV, like literally like this, like right there in front. So I was just like watching the replays when you didn't see shit, and I kind of like being up that high, especially for soccer is really good.
Yeah, because a good vantage point,
much better. Like league, it's all right, but I kind of like still being down
up close.
Yeah. Whereas like there's no contact like that and stuff, and so you kind of it's nicer being up a little bit, but then you still get the what's called like atmosphere sort of thing.
It's like when you play FIFA, like you're looking at it from like high. Yeah, that's the way you view soccer, right?
Yeah,
Football,
exactly.
Whatever.
But yeah, no, it was good. They were very flat. Like
they played their final 2 weeks.
Exactly.
2 games before.
Exactly. Yeah, they were flat against in the semis. Like they didn't look very good, and the other team, both those other teams were way better than them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, this didn't have the squad depth that those other teams have. At the end of the day,
just like substitutions in that the game against Canton.
The semi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was weird. Like they didn't. They used like two.
They just don't have anyone that's at that quality, man. So I don't think he could trust anyone. You know.
I think
he didn't have the trust there to sort of go, oh, I'm going to put him in instead of this guy.
Yeah.
And it's very much like that with soccer. You can't make a change and then go, oh fuck, and change it back or anything.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think?
And you can't really sub a sub, or they get really angry.
Yeah, right. Like because they waited there for their chance to get on.
It's like it's almost like an unwritten law in football or soccer. If you sub someone that you've subbed on, unless they've gotten injured, like they will kick off.
True.
It's just a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, right.
It happened so obviously I support Everton, and it happened last year. Can't remember who it was, but yeah, we subbed on someone at like the 50th, 60th minute mark, and they subbed him off at like the 80th minute, and he was fucking.
Was he playing shit though?
Yeah. But it's just an unwritten law. You can't sub the sub.
If you're going to be subbed on, just don't be shit.
Yeah. There was one couple of weeks ago, like Jose Mourinho.
Jose Mourinho.
No, it's Jose.
Is it?
Yeah, it's in different countries. So it's Jose in Portugal, but then in other countries it's like Jose.
Okay.
Or it's like, I think it's like Juan as well. Okay. You know, like Juan?
Yeah.
Like Juan.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
it's like Joel.
Yeah.
Like Joel.
Yuan.
Yoel.
Yeah. He did it. He did it in game the other week, but he just didn't put anyone. He ran out of subs, so he just took the guy off. Just left him with like down to 10. He's brutal, eh?
See ya.
Mate, he just took him off and was like, yeah.
Just don't be shit, bro. Like,
yeah.
We'd rather play without you. Fuck, that is brutal.
Mental, eh?
That is brutal.
He doesn't give a fuck.
Do you think like it sets Matildas up like for Olympics next year?
Yeah, they'll be all right. I think,
they're going to get like a bit more funding behind them now.
They need a bet. Yeah, they just needed their lower grade teams need to get better. But apparently they're putting 200 million into something. So hopefully that helps. But I don't know. Yeah, we see what happens over the next 4 years, I guess.
Yeah.
Let's get into some footy, eh?
Well, Olympic is next year.
Yeah, I know, but
maybe the one
it'll
after.
just be really the same team next year,
True.
right?
Yeah,
I mean,
true. There's not really maybe a bit more experience.
You won't notice any real changes till at least 4 years, I'd say.
Yeah.
But
how old's Sam Kerr?
She's 29.
So she'll probably still play.
She'll be around for sure, but she'll be like a last one.
Yeah.
But there's like Mary Fowler will be like more into her prime.
She'll be like, she's only like
she's
20,
21, I think, or 20. So yeah, I think she'll be like in that Cooney Cross, who I think like everyone talks about the Fowlers and the
like Caitlin Ford
and
Sam
but
Kerr.
I thought I personally think I watch a lot of soccer too. Like I do. I even like last night I got up at 1 a.m. and watched Everton play last night, and they lost 4-0, and I watched the whole thing and then went to bed at 3. Like I actually am fucking invested.
How hard was that to watch getting beat?
It's hard.
Yeah,
but we get beat every week, so it's all good. So like I watch a lot of soccer. I played for 12 years, and that Cooney Cross I think is our best player.
Yeah, right.
She's a beast, man, and it's crazy because she plays for no like really big team.
Maybe she will now.
I don't even know the team she plays for.
She might get like picked up.
Yeah, I think she plays in like Europe. I think it's a European team. It It might be European or it is some sort of European team. I'm not sure exactly one. But she is so much better than whoever that team is. Just,
Yeah, right.
She's a gun. She just gets around the field so well.
Yeah.
Like, really, really good on the ball. Has a great pass. Crosses the ball really well. Like, I reckon she's our top 3.
What is she, a midfielder?
Yeah, she plays more like, she plays cam. Oh, sorry, not cam. She plays like CM, like, or a centre defensive sort of midfielder.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's awesome, man.
Yeah, sick.
So good. So, and she's only 21.
Yeah.
She's going to be like sick.
So another 4 years.
They've got a few there that are quite young.
Yeah, man.
But yeah. All right.
Sick one.
Let's get into the footy, eh?
Let's do it.
All right. Who's your gun of the week this week, mate?
My gun of the week. I think I said it last week. Oh no, not last week. A couple of weeks ago. Phoenix Crossland.
Again.
Love it. He's fucking killing it.
He was pretty good last.
Dude. Like, I've seen some memes and shit. It's like Phoenix Crossland, like Australia number 9 and shit. He's fucking killing it. Like, for a halfback, he's not even a dummy half.
Nah, I think he is now.
He's doing a job, eh?
You'd have to leave him there, surely.
have to,
Or at least
like-
at 14 or something.
Yeah.
He'd be a 14 going forward.
Has to be.
Yeah, if they put Brayley back
He's
in.
been
But
so valuable. Like, if we don't have him, we're
I'd
half
almost,
the team.
even next year, I'd even start him.
Yeah, bring
He'd be
Brayley
your
on.
starting one. Brayley's like
He's a great defender.
Brayley clearly can't get through a full season,
Nah.
so he needs to play less minutes and just.
sure.
But then like, Crossland's that perfect person that will just take sting out the game, almost like
100%.
how they were doing it last year, Panthers.
Yeah.
with Appy was coming
Mitch
on.
Kenny, yeah.
So he's technically a better dummy half.
Yep.
But then he'll get through all that shit work and
Yeah.
then bring Brayley on to sort of do the rest.
Yeah. It's been
He's
like
so
a
good.
revelation.
Yeah, he's
It's
been
been
good.
really good.
Yeah. I thought Ponga was really good as well. Like, obviously it's more of a cliche one, but he tore that left side
Tore
to
it.
shreds, mate.
How
Whole
can
game.
you stop? How can you stop that?
And that's crazy because that's Campbell Graham's side too.
yeah, one of the best defensive centers.
If not
that
the
edge is a great defense. Nah,
yeah.
just carved him.
I do props to your right edge all year. Like, been so good defensively.
Our right edge. What, Dom Young?
Sorry, left edge.
Left edge, yeah.
Yeah.
They saved some good tries.
Mate, Beston, like Marju was like the reason no one wanted him was because he's got really bad defensive
and
reads.
he got sort of found out in the Dolphins game.
Yeah, he
But
might
that was
here
some
and there,
high balls and
but
shit. But
in terms of his reads are better. But it all starts from that, like the 4 and 3 men that sort of like make those decisions.
yeah,
Like everyone will always say the edge, so they always go, Best or him.
but it's
But
Fitzgibbon's
been so good
yeah.
as well. And then that's sort of just correlated across the field. So.
Isn't it like so? Like, I don't know, my luck, Newcastle luck, or whatever. Like, Fitzgibbon's having like the best year he's ever had. He's going to England next year.
Yeah. Who's going to replace him there?
We've got that Kai Pearce-Paul coming from England.
I thought he was more of a 6.
No, that's
Or a
the
winger.
other guy. There's 2 of them.
Right.
The Kai Pearce-Paul is like they've been comparing him to like Sonny Bill,
Right.
big, skillful.
Yeah. Well, at least he'll sort of
Fill that
probably
void
fill in
maybe.
there. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's your gun of the week?
Mine was Lindsay Collins. He was. I know you picked Knights over Roosters, but I was trying to just go through it. Like I thought Teddy had a really good game as well until he got knocked out. It was probably his best game of the year,
Yeah.
I'd say, because he was actually not just doing things himself and scoring tries. He actually was like passing well and doing everything pretty well.
Yeah, his timing was really well.
Yeah, and if he played a full game, I probably would have given it to him. But I thought what Lindsay Collins did for us, it was almost like that State of Origin-esque type form.
It was. He saved like 3 tries.
He did. That's what I mean. So it was just, it was to a level where you're just like, holy shit, like, it's places he shouldn't have been, like that one running down the sideline and stuff. And you just laughing about Radley.
Yeah, that interview after. What is he like? Avocado
I
seeds
can't
up
believe
his
he
ass.
like didn't get in trouble for that, eh?
I love it. It's
I love it.
It's what
I
everyone
love it,
wants.
but like,
But there's that like
You just-
Karen out there. It's
oh,
like,
man.
my kids are listening.
you're saying about shoving shit up your ass. Like, what if my son goes and does it?
I haven't done that for 20 years.
Yeah, but I thought he was really good. I don't have his stats. I don't think his stats were that good. But it was the plays that you
always the
don't
stats,
see about
though.
stats.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't even bother. I was like, nah.
Because like that would be like a tackle.
Yeah.
But it's like a fucking
Yeah.
try-saving tackle.
And not to
3
mention
of his tackles were try-saving tackles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And he had to step up as well because Hargreaves was ruled out late.
Yeah.
And, you know, if there is a place where they're not really that weak, it's in the middle. Like the Eels. The Eels have a
strong.
great forward
Yeah,
pack
yeah.
and they dominate. We dominated them, to be honest, man. Like, we really did. So, he was mine.
Yeah.
Turd of the week, mate.
I found it really hard.
I've got a couple.
Did you?
Yeah.
The one that like sort of that I wrote down was Cowboys.
Yeah, I had the Cowboys. That
Just
was one
as
of them.
like they were just disappointing
Yeah.
at home.
Yeah.
Like sort of a must-win game.
A must-win game, and they
They
were
were like
flat.
$1.60
They
favorite.
were flat, bro. They were
so
shit.
flat.
They just you could tell they were just defeated as well. They were like, like soon as there was a couple
like
and there was
set
that
for set, right?
Yeah.
It was like try for try.
and as soon
try
as there was
for
like
try.
two, they're gone.
Yeah.
They just didn't even give. Like, they were fucking. It was like, as I said, they have a chance. We were talking about off air. Like they've still got a chance of actually, if they win one of the 2 games, they've got pretty hard games, or two of the last 2 games. Sorry, of the season.
You
They've
think
got
they'll win?
Panthers.
Yeah, but they'll win. They'll win this week.
Yeah, and then they're got the
assume.
Panthers, and it's like we'll go through it in a bit, like you kind of look at it
They kind of need
from
to
that
play
game
like
and
that was the
go they're
final.
defeated, bro. Like like they looked like they were done.
They look like 100%. They look done. It's like they played their finals like 6 weeks ago.
Yeah,
you know
they've been weird this year. They were
so shit. They've had
Really,
that-
really good.
Yeah,
And then they went shit again. And then they almost like came good when Origin was on.
they
Like,
did.
because it was like those players were coming back in.
Yeah, full
and
of
they were like,
confidence.
and they were
Connor
playing really
and
well.
Nanai.
Yeah, and like Val was coming
Well,
back,
are
was
they
killing
missing?
it.
Are they? He can't be that big of it.
Nah.
Out, right?
No. He
They've had
comes back in, that helps him a little bit.
Nanai has been
But even look at the
injured-ish.
halves form and stuff and Drinkwater, and it's been the same. Like, really good, really really shit.
Yeah.
He was out for a bit. He's shoulder charge, like Drinkwater was.
Yeah.
Townsend's form was shit.
Yeah.
Being good. Dearden just gives you 7 to 8 every game. He's not really good or bad. You know what I
he's
mean? He's just consistently
like,
that.
up there. Yeah.
But he's not going to win you the games. And you know, you need Townsend on.
Yeah.
And you need Drinkwater on.
His kicking game's been subpar lately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's kind of lost what he had last year,
Yeah.
Townsend. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of a bit, wishy-washy with them this year. It's kind of been a bit weird, but I don't know. I feel like they're probably gone, but they just look
It's
like,
mathematically
for a must-win game, that was awful.
It was, and it
Yeah.
fucked my tipping up because I was 7 from 7
Yeah.
after that game.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Mine
yours?
was, got to say it was Latrell. Like, he's literally just cost his team probably a final spot. Like, I'm not saying it's all his fault,
Yeah.
but
They were frustrated, that whole team.
they were frustrated as shit.
frustrated.
You could see it from the first half when they were getting pumped. Like, and I text you, and it's just like, it's just classic Souths. Like, I know I'll give them more shit because I'm a Roosters fan and stuff, but it's true. And you like, it doesn't matter who they play.
Yeah.
If they're like,
If they're under the
if
pump,
they're under the pump and they're
it's like,
losing,
get aggressive.
they just can't hack it, bro.
No.
They just cannot. They're the most sorest losing team you'll find, honestly, because if they start losing or they know they can't win or like they're just getting beat, they'll just turn anything into a fight.
Yeah.
And it comes off the back of him, and it comes off the back of Cody Walker, and then like you get other players like
Tane Milne.
and then shit will come in as well. But it comes off the back of those two. And I've even noticed this year, especially this year, Cam Murray's getting really
He is a
insane.
bit.
He
Is that
even last week he
frustration?
tried to fight someone last week off
Yeah.
nothing.
That's
There was
frustration,
nothing
right?
in it, and he got up and he started like, and then you never saw him do that. He did it
he's-
earlier in the year with Manu. So Manu like tried to hit the ball and he hit old mate in the head. Great, but then he came running over and then like tried to
He's
fight
taking
Manu.
like the captaincy thing too.
Yeah, and then he did it
serious.
another couple times through the year as well. I can't remember him, but he's starting to get that into his game as well.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's the
Stay out.
last
Yeah,
person
yeah.
you think would do it.
He's like,
But it's
always
almost like
been-
being in that
yeah,
environment. It sort of turned it into that.
Yeah, he's always been like a respectful, respectable person.
Yeah.
A player.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think, Latrell's just, he happens every year, man.
Yeah.
Gets down to the nitty gritty time of the year when emotions are high and you need to win games.
And they need
And if
him.
it doesn't go well for him,
Yeah.
it's what happens every time, man.
Yeah.
How many times has he lost games or missed games going into the finals, bro?
Yeah.
Like I know last year he was injured. Year before though,
The
knocked Manu out.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of like, and people say, oh, that was an accident, it was a headbutt. Yeah, but he didn't have to go in the way he did.
No.
That's why he got suspended. It was like, it was dangerous because he went in at 100 miles an hour with his head down.
Yeah.
Like, he didn't have to do it.
the
And
one
the play
on-
was
yeah.
dead, I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah, it
wasn't
was.
it?
Yeah.
So it was like after the whistle.
Well,
It was
the one yesterday with Frizzell,
you could see it in his eyes on the front end
It was
angle.
a flop as well.
Yeah.
Like the
Oh,
tackle's
yeah.
already done.
You could see him. He meant it.
It's because they like him and Frizzell were like,
Niggling in the first half.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And
like-
even that was like him as well.
100% it
because
was.
everyone goes, like the commentator was like, oh, Frizzell threw the ball at him and he reacted. But no,
It's 'cause of the
Frizzell
leader.
threw the ball because the play was dead. He come over and he bumped him.
Yeah.
And Frizzell was like, fuck off, and threw
Yeah.
the ball at him. And then it started shit.
Yeah, yeah.
So him bumping him was the instigator,
Did you
not
see
the
him,
other
like,
way around.
Did you see him with like Dom Young and stuff?
And then
They were,
fucking
like,
Walker and
balls-
Tane
balls,
Milne
like-
come running in from 40
Yeah.
meters away. Like, what the fuck?
Seriously. Yeah.
What was that, sorry?
Like how there was like three of them. It was like Dom Young,
Yeah.
Cody Walker, and someone
Yeah.
else. Like with Dom Young, like just pushing
Yeah,
him,
yeah.
he's pushing him back.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck is going on?
Well, he can just carry that over into next year when he's with the Roosters because
He
he'll be
will, no
doing the
doubt.
same shit. Probably while
no
they're doing
doubt, maybe.
it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just can't. I don't think he can get it out of his game, man. He's got a bit of like anger issues
Like
there, bro.
honestly, like with that week ban, I don't know if he'll like appeal that or whatever.
Yeah, I don't think he
But,
can.
yeah, maybe
As I
not.
said, you can see on that front angle, he had every intention of doing what he did.
For sure.
He ran. He was like, he got this like his eyes changed,
Yeah.
his face changed,
He's like,
and he ran
"Fuck
in,
you."
cocked his elbow before he even hit the ground.
Yeah.
Like he didn't go fell and then go,
balls.
it was
No, it was
up before he
Yeah,
fell.
yeah.
Like he would meant it, mate.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
it's fucked,
You
eh?
cannot defend that.
Nah.
If he gets off that, it is ridiculous,
Yeah.
honestly.
Like yeah,
If he gets off that, and that's 1 week, how is even that 1 week
Yeah.
an intentional elbow to the head, in the back of the head,
it's
on
reckless.
a flop,
Yeah,
and then DeBellin gets 3 weeks for that
Yeah.
fucking thing?
it's crazy. Yeah, it is weird.
Mental.
Yeah,
Blows my mind.
Yeah.
Fuck, the system
Does
needs to be
it surprise
completely
you, though?
rehauled, mate. It just needs to be changed.
yeah,
Like everyone says it. Every single person apart from the NRL will come out and say that.
yeah.
Crazy.
It's fucked.
All right. Let's move on, yeah? Okay. I wrote a little I wrote down a little script about how the finals run home looks. So I'll go through it all and then we can have a chat.
Cool.
So first one, basically just working up from, obviously there's the teams below the Eels are out anyway.
Well, Eels are out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then I've added from last week the Eels were still in. So
Okay,
we're
yeah,
going
right.
from this week
Okay, right.
moving forward.
Yep.
So finals run home. So the Eels are gone.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys will need to beat both the Dolphins and the Panthers to make the 8. Roosters will need to win next week against the Tigers, and then they will have to verse Souths, and then hope the Cowboys drop either one of those 2 games. The Souths will have a bye next week, so they'll obviously get 2 points there, but then they'll verse the Roosters. So it looks as though it'll come down to probably that last game, which is going to be. I'm more excited. I said to one of the
Should we
boys
do
yesterday.
something for it? Like-
Oh yeah, we might verse you the week after, as we were saying before.
Possible.
Possible.
We might not even make it yet. Who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's funny because I said to one of the boys, I was like, I'm more excited just for that game to happen than I am for the finals. We'll probably just bounce in the first week anyway. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more excited just to watch that.
It'll be a
Like,
wild game.
because especially if there's like something like there's a meaning for it.
So much on the line.
Oh, bro, it'll be so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Raiders will need to beat one of the Sharks or Broncos to not fall out of the 8 with worst for and against. So
So
basically,
they have Broncos this week,
yes.
and then Sharks the last week.
No, Sharks this week, sorry.
No, Knights have Sharks.
I'm pretty sure they got they got the Broncos this week, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, Broncos this week, Sharks next week.
Yeah.
So they need to win at least one of those games, but they're 2 form teams. So if they lose both their games, technically either the Cowboys, Roosters, or Souths, depending on who wins, can still make the 8. Both those teams can. So the Raiders can drop completely out of the 8.
Oh, I didn't realise
because
that.
the Raiders for and against is like minus 120.
Yeah.
So they've got the worst for and against out of all the teams remaining.
Yeah.
So if they don't win their 2 games, they finish on 32 points, which they're on right now, and then they won't make the 8
yeah.
because the other teams will jump in.
Yeah.
Either the Roosters or...
But you'd think they're probably pretty safe because we don't really see Cowboys.
Not the Cowboys.
But then...
They've got either...
No, but then only Roosters or Rabbitohs can make it.
Roosters, Rabbitohs can make it. One of those two teams.
Yeah.
And then the Cowboys can make it.
But
if they win.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like... Chances are Cowboys are not going to win. Because
Chances are,
Panthers, right?
For sure.
So Raiders will probably be safe regardless.
But there's a chance they need to kind of win one game to be
guaranteed.
Like, to guarantee their own safety, basically.
That's the same as the Newcastle.
Yeah. And I just said, so Knights will need to win one more game to secure a finals berth, with a chance of finishing top 4, depending on certain results.
Yeah.
Off form, it's looking most likely they'll finish 5th or 6th with other teams' results.
Yeah.
So Sharks will have...
Which, if you said that fucking
crazy,
8 weeks ago,
mental.
Not a chance. I'm pretty sure we're paying 151.
So technically, if you finish 5th or 6th, do you have a home final?
If you finish, 5th or 6th.
Yep. You have a home final against either 7th or 8th.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Which would be wild. Like
imagine
home final.
Imagine you
Newey.
finish 5th, we finish 8th,
and
then it's
I'd rather
home
not.
final at Newey.
I'd rather us finish 6th or 7th and versus the Raiders.
Yeah, you probably would. Form Roosters won probably I think by then we'll have to have won 5 or 6 in a row.
Yeah. Well, for us
Coming
to
in
have a
hot.
home final, we need to keep winning.
Yeah. Yeah. Sharks form has most likely secured them a finals berth.
They're a chance of finishing top 4
with
too.
really good for and against. One more win will secure them in for sure, but they have a chance of jumping the Storm. The Storm might, if the Storm drop 1 game, 2 games. I think the Storm need to lose both games.
Well, they got Titans this week, so you'd think.
Right.
Probably not. But they got Broncos last week.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. So Storm will take out 4th if they can beat both the Titans and the Broncos. If they drop one of those games, the Sharks win both those games, both their games, they will then only be a few points differential, which will split them, and then that will decide the 4th position. So I think the Sharks are 7 points below them or behind them on differential right now. So if the Sharks win a game and they lose a game, it will and it depends by that margin. Will basically and how much the other games they lose by. Yeah. So that's another really interesting one for a top 4, and top 4 is important.
It's massive.
Massive because you get an extra
finals.
Yeah.
It could be that could be grand final design.
You get a week off, or you get a second chance basically as well. So Warriors will have the Dragons and Dolphins, meaning they'll most likely finish in 3rd. The Broncos will play the Raiders and the Storm, likely with no Reynolds because he sounds like he's got a calf. And they normally linger a bit. I wouldn't be surprised if they rest him for the 2 games. Yeah. So that might pull it back a little bit, especially for the Raiders. Yeah. Which probably just need that 1 game.
Do you think a Storm can beat a Reynolds-less Broncos? Or is that
that's what I'm saying.
Done enough?
Yeah, they might. Yeah, it's hard to say. I have here the Broncos will play the Raiders and the Storm, likely with no Reynolds, and then the Panthers play the Eels, Cowboys. So going for the top or who team which will win the minor premiership, you'd suggest that the Panthers should be able to beat those 2 teams. Yep. What then comes into play is, are they going to rest players?
I don't think they would.
I don't know.
Unless...
You look at... So Cleary's had a lot of time off.
Unless Broncos lose this week and they win, they'll secure them the minor prem.
Yeah. They might
then
do it
they
then.
might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's hard to say, really. So Bronx play Raiders this week. So they need to... Yeah. So if they lose that and then the Panthers beat the Eels, they might just do it. Yeah. Because their for and against is way better.
Way better. It's 100 or something.
But then I don't want that because then... Cowboys
have a chance. Yeah.
So, pretty interesting.
Very interesting.
It's crazy how many different teams are still in a chance and different results.
And you look at the points, it's not just there's teams lingering on 22 points trying to get in. Yeah. It's 32 points. Mm-hmm. It's teams that have won 15 games.
Crazy.
In the year that are fighting to get in the finals.
I know.
It's fucking wild.
It's mental, man. Yeah. It's one of the closest years I can remember for ages.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I
think there's still obviously a little bit down the bottom there, but I feel like the competition's gotten closer because the quality's more even throughout the squads.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Agree,
Like it's pretty even across, especially like, you know, the top 10 teams is pretty close.
Yep.
And then it just comes down to luck and injuries. I think a lot of it.
Calls by the ref.
Yeah. Systems, like how well they're coached.
Yep.
Luck in terms of like 50-50 calls, different things that happen in games. Because like two or 4 points, like can completely change it. So if you get a couple bad calls that get you a loss in 2 games in the year, and then you don't get that back, that might be a season, man. You know.
Yep.
You look at the Roosters, for instance. We lost that one game on the bell against the Dragons when like that kick went to the side and he just picked it up. And it's like, well, if that never happened, we'd probably be in the 8 already. You know, it's just there's moments.
3 games with for you
comes
guys
down to those
over
moments.
like a few weeks where
we
you
lost by 2 points, and it's just like if you just won 1 or 2 of those,
you don't
never
even have
know,
to worry about the
you know?
mathematics. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's moments like how coaching is, and then injuries. I think they're the 3 things. But there's probably at least 10 teams that are pretty 10 to 12 teams. Just even you could probably even put into that. You know, the top 8. You'd probably put Cowboys, Roosters. I'd put Manly in that as well.
Yeah.
Eels. They're all probably.
Well, they were all in the 8.
That's what I mean.
5 weeks ago.
So there's at least 11 to 12 teams there that probably have a chance of at least being competitive in the 8, and then you probably drop off where Dolphins probably don't have enough depth yet. Titans could potentially, but just coaching changes and shit. So that could be even another one.
Yeah,
you know, so it's pretty close.
It is so close.
Anyway, all right, let's move into it. Know your team. Still haven't come up with a name.
Know your team.
I should get a little thing here.
Yeah.
I feel like that button's out actually. Something like green, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, it is.
All right. Oh no. Imagine the whole thing just like cuts out.
Unless is it always grey?
Maybe it is.
Maybe it is.
I can't remember.
I don't know.
All right.
Who
wants to start this week?
Did you start last week?
I can't remember.
I'll start.
All right.
Okay. Easy one to start. I know you were saying before you don't like scores and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm just better when like moments in games or things that happen or players' names but when it gets down to like what was the score of this game, I struggle with that sort of shit.
Yeah,
I can't remember fucking what I ate for breakfast this morning, mate.
Yeah, I know. I might even have asked you this the other week. I can't remember.
Probably did.
Score of the 2018 grand final.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
Yeah.
Fuck. Do you remember it?
I think you gave me the 2019 grand final.
I think I did 2019. Yeah. This one was against the Storm.
I remember at halftime.
No, I didn't ask you this.
Yeah. You did the Raiders one.
Yeah, I did.
It was like 14-8 or something.
Yeah.
I remember at halftime we were pumping them by, it was like 20-0 or something like that at halftime, pretty sure.
Something like that.
And I think we only scored like 1 point in the second half, 1 try. So I'm going to go, we were 26, 28. We're in the 20s.
Yeah.
24. I don't know.
21-6.
Yeah, so we only scored a point.
Yeah. I think it was 18-0.
Was it?
At halftime, then you scored a penalty goal, then you kicked a field goal.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew we were pumping them in the first half.
Yeah,
and I remember the second half we didn't score any points.
Yeah. But you good defense.
I suck at scores.
Yeah.
You could literally go, what happened in this game to this player, and I'd remember it.
Yeah.
But scores I just suck at. All right. Who of the following has the most caps for New South Wales? Chief, Kurt Gidley, Badiris, or Joey?
Badiris.
No. Joey.
Is it Joey?
Yeah, it's Joey.
By much?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't look at it.
Half-baked questions.
No.
Joey?
I went on to Knights.
Badiris
I went on to Newcastle Knights trivia and just found the questions. Yeah, it's pretty good. Gives me good stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, Joey.
0-0.
It's almost like a trick question, eh? Because you probably think, oh, maybe it's Joey, but then you're like, nah.
Joey was injured and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because he started pretty early, I
Yeah.
suppose. Okay. Who was the last Rooster to score a double on debut?
Me.
Do you want... It's a multiple choice.
Can you give me the year?
No.
Why?
Because.
Because why?
Because. Right, 2018.
All right.
Might have been 2017.
Oh,
I remember.
me.
Do you want me to, it's multiple choice
All right,
if you
give me
want it.
him. Yeah.
Billy Smith? Well, actually, no, I can't. I just gave you the year. I just fucked myself on this.
Why?
Because there's only going to be like one or two players in that year.
We'll go.
It's not Billy Smith, obviously.
Go. I think he
Well,
might have
nah.
debuted that year.
No, he didn't.
It was either that or 19. I'm pretty sure it
I'm not
was.
going to give you any more.
Because he was out. He's been out for 3 years injured, dude.
Yeah, I know, but
He
I'm
played
not gonna
one
give you-
game.
yeah, but I'm not going to give you any
Was it
more.
Tedesco?
No.
He played 18. That was his
Yeah.
first year. I don't know. You didn't give me the fucking name. So how am I don't know that, dude. That's so hard. A double on debut.
Yeah.
I mean, fuck, man. Like, you didn't give me like anything other than that.
I'll give you the names.
All right.
For multiple choice.
All right.
Don't worry about Billy Smith. Michael Gordon.
Yeah.
Luke Keary.
He was before that.
Luke Keary.
Before that.
Tautau Moga.
Oh, I don't know. I feel like Gordon was before that because Teddy came in 2018 and then he was
It
playing
might have been
fullback.
2017. I can't remember. I think it was.
Oh, 17
20.
makes more sense. I think it was Luke Keary then.
Yeah, it was Luke
Yeah.
Keary. But
17.
You fucked it anyway.
Yeah, well, if I knew the year.
Well,
You
it's
gave me
not
the
that-
wrong year.
I didn't. It's not the year's not in the question.
You gave me the wrong year.
Anyway,
I wasn't even in Australia in 2017. I didn't
my
watch
problem.
the games, mate.
Not my
I told
problem.
you, don't give me things from 16 or 17. I wasn't here.
I don't give a fuck.
All right. You're just ruining every rule I've ever made of this fucking game.
Fuck your rules.
All right. Can you name the 4 brothers of the Matildas family?
Oh,
Is that how you say it?
yeah, Matautia.
Matautia. They used to be Matildas and then they changed it to Matautia or
Yeah,
some shit.
something like
Yeah.
that. Suallii.
Yep. Club legends.
Yeah, yeah, right. I was about to say Matt. Like Matt Utah.
It's close. One of them's close to that.
Mateus or something?
No.
No, I can't remember him.
So it's Chanel or Chanel,
Yeah.
Sione, Pat, and Peter.
Yeah.
For a bonus question, because this was the actual question, but I liked that question better. Can you name who the eldest one is?
Peter.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll give you that. You got one. All right, go.
All right.
You had a guess.
Sorry
then.
about this,
You
everybody.
guessed. You had a mad
Nah,
guess. then.
it was Peter or Pat.
Right.
Who was the last Rooster to lead the NRL in tries scored? So the Ken Irvine medal. Who was it?
The last Rooster to lead
To get the Ken Irvine medal, and
Blake Ferguson.
no,
Fuck off.
and it was
He did it in 2018, pretty sure.
No, he didn't get Ken Irvine.
Is that like the player with the most tries?
Most
in
tries of the year.
in the fuck, I don't know.
No, and he was tied with Aku Uate. That's why I like this.
I thought it was Blake Ferguson. I thought he won it one year.
No.
What year was it?
2010.
2010. Who was our? So we made the grand final that year. That was the year when Carney was fucking ridiculous, but I don't think was it Todd Carney?
No.
I don't know.
SKD.
Right. Cool. Having a shocker this week, aren't
Barry Crocker.
I?
Cool.
Anyway.
One more for
Blake
me.
Ferguson must have been close that 18 year.
Yeah, I
remember
think he was close,
scored
but
so many
yeah.
tries that year.
Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't though.
That's why I was pretty confident. All right. Oh yeah, you got another question. Who was the Knights coach after Hagen in 2007? When Hagen left, who was your next coach?
Yeah.
10 seconds.
I don't remember.
Have a guess.
Fuck.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Is it a fucking that
1.
Rick guy, Rick Stone?
No.
Oh.
Brian Smith.
Brian Smith. There you go.
He took us to a grand final 2 years later.
Oh yeah, he did. Coward.
3 years later. All right, photo time.
That was
That was shocking. Both had. Well, it was it feel like we like tried to make them easy, but they were still hard.
Yeah, they were. Yeah. Are you going first or me?
I'll go.
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Kurt Man.
Nah.
Fuck. Gambo.
I did Kurtman 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you did. But I thought you might try to like wall pull me, like do him again.
You saw the little shin tat, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it threw me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. 3, 2, 1.
Current.
Yep.
It almost looks like Latrell, but back in the
Kinda
day,
does,
doesn't it?
yeah.
Like, it looks like Latrell. Oh, fuck. That's pretty hard, man.
Well, how much do you want me to give you?
I don't know. I'm going to go with... Is it Billy Smith?
It is.
Yeah.
Good job.
Yes.
How the fuck did you get that out of that?
I don't know. I'm good. I'll know his arms.
There you go. Good job,
All
mate.
right. Got little noodle arms, mate. That's what it is. Nah. He's got this like certain tan where he's like,
Yeah, he's like
he's kind of looks like dark, but
he's
then
like
he's like
Greek or something, like
yeah,
olive.
Yeah, he's got this like certain like color to him. All right, let's get into some news, eh?
Sure.
So what do you think about that the Garrick tackle where he got put on his back?
I think like by the rules,
yeah,
like it's not like a dangerous thing, but like common sense,
yeah,
it's a dangerous.
yeah. Like
Yeah.
Seabold was carrying on a bit, which I
He
get,
was.
but
Yeah.
I could see both points where I was like,
If they're playing by the rule book, it's play on.
it's play like what was the ref supposed to do?
Yeah.
Because technically, like he ruled what the rules are.
Yeah.
So it couldn't really
It's
like
what you change the rules.
you
for
can't
something
really
that
change the
looks-
rules because it looked bad,
Yeah.
you know. So it's kind of like it wasn't as So
It's
it was
always-
really hard.
It's always been fair game.
And he didn't like run. He just put his arm out,
yeah,
and
yeah.
because he was in the air, as soon as you get
Any
any touch,
touch,
it's
he's
gonna
fucked.
fucking
Yeah.
throw you out, eh?
Yeah, yeah.
And he didn't land on his head. He landed flat on his back, so it wasn't
Yeah.
even. He didn't land dangerously either.
No.
So it wasn't like he like put him into a dangerous position, and they could make some sort of grey area rule up or anything.
No,
it was kind of
yeah.
like
it was very black and
you
white.
land on his back, you drop the ball.
If they like officiate it how they've been officiating it forever,
Yeah,
it's play on.
yeah.
I understand the graphic of
I
it.
can
It's like,
completely get it. Yeah,
it's bad. And if it happened to the Knights, you'd be like,
you'd
fuck,
be blowing
what
up.
the fuck?
But then you also got to be. I think when I was younger, I'd be a bit more like
Because that
"Fuck
kind of was
that."
like game defining moment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Big call, but right call.
right call. I thought
But you can understand like a Manly supporters
you
being
can see why
like,
you'd be
cut
blowing
about
up
it.
about
Yeah,
it
yeah.
for sure.
But also, if that happened, if it was the shoe on the other foot and that happened to the Warriors, they would have been happy to be not. It was knock on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It was. You could even see when he like explained it to DCE and stuff, and he sort of just was like,
he's like, yeah,
and just walked
because
off.
like
Yeah,
that's what the rule is.
yeah. He was like, okay, yeah,
Yeah,
I get
and I
it.
bet you if like a Warriors player was jumped up off a bouncing ball,
Yeah.
he would fucking
You
smash
could even
him.
see in the press conference, man, like fucking Seabold's ripping in, and he was just sitting there like, you could almost see like it was ticking over in his brain, like it's the rules, bro. Like
yeah.
you know,
But you have to like,
But
that's his opportunity to
that
get
cunt's job's
let
on
it
the
out.
line, so he's going to be fucking blowing
sure.
up. DC's job's not on the line, so he's just sitting
No.
there going,
Yeah,
look,
it's-
man, you
it's
win
what-
some, you lose some.
That's
You
what
know?
happens. Yeah,
We'll probably get a call like that next week. You know?
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, it is what it is, man.
Yeah, play on.
Big news was obviously Tim Sheens
Yeah, what the fuck?
going at the end of
Yeah.
the year. Could almost see it happening all
Yeah.
year, couldn't you?
Even though they're like wall pulling it as fuck. Oh no, he'll be there.
You could see it just slowly, like him losing contact with what he was doing in the team. Like
Sure. Like, he was
it was
not
just
even in
less
the
and
box.
less. Yeah. By the end, he's down on the fucking field.
Yeah,
like
he's like the
he's
trainer.
just like, what is going
Yeah.
on? Yeah, man. It's
Wow.
fucking. That whole club's fucked. I've
fucked.
seen reports today saying that Pascal was.
Got the full support of the board.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
But apparently he's on holidays.
Yeah, apparently he's like over in the Maldives.
Yeah,
or some
while
shit.
they're doing all these decisions and shit.
Weird. It's so weird.
Fucking shit. I honestly, if I
surprised,
supported
though?
the Tigers, I would not be supporting them, mate. I would have left.
Yeah,
I would
you
have
can't
changed.
change, but
I just think if my team was that like
toxic.
man, I just don't think I could support a team so toxic. I just don't think I could
It's
do
hectic,
it.
yeah.
Like, it just goes from top to bottom, man.
Yeah.
The whole way through that club, it's just fucked. Their fucking owner or whatever wearing fucking top hats and
No,
look
he's
like
the
a gangster.
chairman.
Oh, mate.
Lee Hadjipatelis or whatever his name is.
So the chairman's looks like a gangster, and then the other guy looks like he's got some
He
fucking...
literally looks like he's about to pull out Tommy gun in the
legit.
50s.
Yeah. The other guy looks like he's got a wig on. Doesn't he?
Toupee.
Yeah. Run around with the ball. Warm-ups and shit.
So they shouldn't even be, he shouldn't even be
Why is he
around the
there
team,
doing that? Yeah.
in pre-game or in the sheds and shit, right?
They just want to be involved.
Yeah, too much.
Ask the boss.
Cringe.
Cringe.
Fucking cringe.
Fucking cringe.
Yeah.
How do you reckon Benji will go next year?
It's hard to say. I think they want to try and get an experienced assistant.
Yeah,
Like
apparently
an
they're looking
ex-coach.
at... I seen a report just before we started. I don't know his name, but the Dragons coach now.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently might be their assistant next year.
Right. But that would make sense to have someone
He's coached
quite senior. Yeah.
Is he senior?
Well, more senior than Benji,
Is he?
I think. Or more
He looks pretty
experienced,
young,
maybe.
dude. I don't reckon. I don't reckon he's
I'm
got
just
more
fucking
experience.
talking shit here.
I
I don't know.
but I'm just saying, I don't feel like he's got more experience. How long was he assistant for? I think only this year, really.
But
I haven't
maybe,
really seen him
maybe
do
he's
too
done
much.
his trade in
Bit
the
longer.
Intrust Super Cup or
Maybe.
whatever,
He doesn't
Queensland
look
Cup
much older
or
than
whatever.
Benji, though.
Yeah, but
Do
he
you know what
might
I
have been an assistant for the last 10 years. Maybe because Benji only stopped playing 2 years ago.
Yeah. I feel like they need to get... I thought the perfect one would have been more like a Holbrook,
100%.
but
But you've got him.
we got him. We're
Get
quicker, you know? It just shows you teams that are run better, though.
Yeah.
You know? He was going to go overseas, apparently, and then
you,
we were just
obviously he's a valuable asset because we're very quick to jump on him.
Yeah. And I think because we lost a lot of our assistants and shit, we don't really have anyone. I was listening to a thing with Robbo the other day saying that, people were saying, oh, Jake Friend might leave and all this, or I don't know, something about Jake Friend. He's like, dude, he hasn't even told us if he wants to come back next year. He was working. He's working at a part-time capacity, and he doesn't know if he wants to even.
Yeah, they're just making. Make headlines.
Yeah, because he
out of
said
nothing.
his family want to move back to Queensland where he's from.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know when that is. So he might stay on, but it's going to be at a casual capacity.
Yeah.
Not, you know what I mean? So
It's not a full
media
time.
just,
they just
media just blow shit
low-
up. So I think
slow
they're
news
well,
day
we
or
don't really
something.
have an assistant. I think we've got Matt King, but I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
And that's about it. But yeah, not about us anyway. But
always comes back to you.
does. But we're talking about Holbrook. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know who else is really out there.
Yeah.
I can't really think of anyone, to be honest. That would be
Suitable.
suitable. And then it's the other question I've sort of seen thrown up or thing is if you get someone too senior, and then they're not the coach. So if you get a Holbrook in who really should be the coach,
is he trying to just?
is it done
get you out of there?
that, or is it will players respect you because there's someone more senior in the role? It's the same as what happened apparently a little bit at the moment with. I've seen a report about how it's happening with Souths. So I know he's not more senior in terms of coaching, but he's more well respected in Sam Burgess.
Yeah.
And apparently, you look at when their form dipped. It's when he came back into. So he was out for a while.
Yeah.
Did that SAS or whatever it's fucking called, and all that shit, and then he come back in, and their form dipped almost around when he came back in. And they're not saying because he's a bad coach, but it's saying they respect him more. So. Them listening to Demetrio is obviously it's all could be bullshit.
Yeah.
We don't know anything.
No, you're
we're
just
talking shit.
Yeah.
But they're saying that could be some sort of power struggle a little bit there.
True, yeah.
Not saying that even Burgess is trying to do it.
Yeah.
In terms of him going, fucking, I'm trying to take his job or anything. But it's just who the players respect more. lot of them have played with him and shit, right?
Yeah.
And you start to think, well, like, can that happen if they get someone as well like that, you know?
Yeah, it's like
Like they get some senior guy.
formula for like that
Yeah.
junior coach with a senior assistant.
You, like,
could be
for
like
for
disaster,
instance, it would never happen. I was just throwing this one out there. Say, for instance, like Mal came on board as a assistant sort of coach just to help Benji along. It's Mal.
Yeah,
like,
he's the guy.
He's the guy.
Yeah.
Like, who are they going to respect and listen to more?
Yeah.
They love Benji for sure. But who's gonna be the
Who's
main
got the runs on the
voice
board?
that they're gonna listen to?
Yeah.
And so that's the other thing. Like, you bring someone too good in or too like high, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
That-
why
you get
that's why what they were doing was supposed to be like, this is the plan.
Yeah.
5-year plan.
Because
blah,
although
blah,
he's
blah.
older and got the older head and stuff, and he's respected, they respect probably Benji just as much because he's a new modern age
he's played
person,
with,
whereas Tim Sheens is really old, and a lot of them probably were not even born when he was good coach, man.
100%,
Like 05, most of them are fucking
like in their
either-
fucking primary school.
if not younger, right?
Yeah.
We were old cunts, so we remember 2005, you know? So it's different where it's like, I think you kind of need to find that balance, but it needs to be someone around the same. So he might work, that guy.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah, he might do.
Oh, fuck, I don't know, man.
Fucked,
They're just fucked, to be honest. I don't know. It's fucking weird. Like, I seen a stat the other day. I think Bloke said it or something. It was something like their average wins this year with the team they've got, which is way better team, has been less than the 3 years that Madge coached them.
Oh.
So I think they were finished ninth and they won like, I can't remember off the top of my head, but I'm just spitballing here, but I think it was something like 7 wins or 7 or 9 wins. Then they won like 8. And then the last year, I think they'd won 4 or 3.
Yeah.
But then he left mid-year. So they'd already won they've only won 3 games this year.
Yeah, it's fucking wild.
And they've got a better team, dude. You look at that team. Appy, John Bateman.
Yeah.
Isaiah Papali'i.
Yeah.
The Dream Buller's fucking good. Clemmer.
Yeah.
You know, that whole fucking
On paper,
whole
they've
forward
got a
pack, bro.
decent team.
It's ridiculous.
Stefano played Origin for 12 minutes.
Dude.
Yeah.
You know, they've got, what's his name on the wing, like from Penrith, you know, they've got heaps of players, man.
Charlie Stain.
Like, they've got a good team. Nofaluma. They've got a decent team.
Yeah.
So it's coaching, bro, at the end of the day. That's all it is. And I guess coaching leads from the head office and it dribbles all the way down and it dribbles onto the field, man.
Yeah.
So it's that whole team's just rotten to the core. Like the whole
it needs
whole club.
It needs a clean out.
Does.
Yeah.
But they've been cleaning out for 10 years, man.
Yeah, but they need to clean out the inside stuff, not the
that
outside.
stuff doesn't.
Yeah.
But they're in charge, so those egos, they'll never step down, mate. So it just continues
and there's
on.
always been, like, you always hear about that Wests versus, like the Magpies versus Wests power struggle because there's like 2 boards.
This is probably the best way to put it, right? Name a team in the whole comp that shows power struggle in their name. You look at it. Look at every team you go on an NRL app right now. Every single team will say Roosters, Bulldogs, like all these teams, and then the Tigers. What do they say?
West
Tigers. They don't say the Tigers. So every single team will just use their.
What about, does Manly say?
No, it just says Manly, or it just says Sea Eagles.
Yeah.
So every single team will just have what their logo's name is. Knights, Titans, Dolphins,
Rabbitohs. Yeah.
Everyone will have Rabbit, like, and then they have West Tigers.
Yeah.
So they're power struggling from their logo.
Yeah.
From the start of and then it just goes all the way through the club.
Wow.
Crazy, eh? Crazy to think about.
Yeah.
I saw it the other day and I was like, that's fucked. Because it's like, it just shows you right there, man.
Okay.
Does, eh?
Yeah.
All right, next one. The Dragons are interested in Joseph Suallii for next year.
What the
you obviously sent me this today, and I saw it yesterday, and I'm just like, this might be the dribbliest shit I've ever heard in my life.
I don't even understand how that's an option.
Well, it's not. He's re-signed for next year.
Yeah.
And you can't negotiate with players
until November 1. Yeah.
But then he's leaving anyway. That's for the year after.
Because he's signed for
You're
somewhere
negotiating
else.
for someone for 2025, not for 2020. He's already signed for 2024.
Yeah.
So when it's November 1 comes, he's renegotiating for 2025.
Surely it's just bullshit.
So you can't even negotiate with him for next year.
Surely it's just bullshit, right? Has to be bullshit. Like slow news day or something. Because it's not even like.
Well, Suallii gets brought into the fucking media every 2 weeks, mate.
Yeah.
And they say, oh, he brought it on himself. Then they'll be like, you know.
Yeah. No, I think, load of shit.
Load of shit, man. Yeah. I don't have much to say on it, but I'm just like, why the fuck would he?
And why would he go to a shit team?
Yeah. Like, will it be a bit weird next year?
Not a shit team, but like a team that's like obviously in a rebuild.
Yeah.
But he's got 1 year left here.
I could see him leaving early to
go to Wallabies. Yeah.
That's the only thing I can see happening.
For sure.
And the reason for that, you go through our wingers next year. We've got Dom Young. Mm-hmm. We've got Tupou. So they're definitely like
they're locked.
They're locks, right? Where's Suallii going to play?
Yeah. You
got that junior Pauga who's been good.
Yep.
Obviously things leaving. We've got another Barlow's leaving. We've got another really good winger coming from the UK. We've just signed Dom Young's brother.
Yeah.
Who's apparently really pretty good as well. I think he's like a centre winger.
Yeah.
I think he's just as tall. He might even be like 2 centimeters taller than Dom Young. Some fucking monster. So that's 5 wingers you've got, and that's before Suallii. He clearly doesn't work in the centres. Re-emergence of Billy Smith over the last few weeks. He's definitely he has to be. He's my left centre lock next year, 100%.
And then Manu's the other side.
And Manu's like a lock, obviously.
Yeah. So that's your backline locked.
Backline's locked. Yeah. So where do you put Suallii?
He's not going to stay there for depth, right? Like he's not going to stay.
That's the thing. So if
grade.
So the only thing I'm saying is like if he misses the first 4 weeks because of depth, he's probably gone.
Yeah.
But I can't see him leaving to another NRL team, man. He's just going to go to because then they've got rugby sevens and shit or whatever, and they're saying like they might want him to play.
And then he'd go and get his 1.6 a year early anyway.
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't he?
I thought they'll probably have to renegotiate that year.
Yeah, but
they'll probably go,
it's not going to be
for
nothing,
that year.
Though.
Yeah. So, yeah, that would be the only thing I could see happening. All right, Corey Oates, possible night switch next year. Apparently he's not happy on $450K at the Broncos.
Yeah.
Would you sign him for more than that? Really?
I don't know.
And 2, like...
But that's what he's on now. Did they not?
But he's not happy with that.
No, but I think they offered him.
That's what I just said. I read 3 or 4 reports saying he's on $450 for next year, and he's not happy with that.
And so I guess like, what would we sign him for, right?
Would you sign him for more than that?
Well, you wouldn't move.
Would you up move your entire family for $50,000?
Maybe if he's got the shit.
Seems a bit odd, man. Doesn't it?
Like we wouldn't spend 600.
So it says Oates is reportedly earning around 450,000 and has options in his favour for 24 and 25, but is considering heading elsewhere for a higher payday. So options for 24, 25. If he takes up those options, I'm guessing it would be the same amount.
Yeah,
but he wants more. He hasn't really played this year. He had a good year last year.
He did.
The
games he's played this year has been not too bad.
So has he been out injured for like the last 6 to 8 weeks?
Yeah.
Or has it been form?
No, I think it's injury.
I
think he came back from a long-term injury, then he re-aggravated like a knee or something. Yeah.
I look at their team and I don't think he's going to make it back in the team, man.
No, well, Jesse Arthur's playing good.
And then that other young kid, he's been killing it.
He has been.
He was fucking ripping him.
What's his name?
I can't remember his name. There must be a yelling us, but
probably.
Yeah, he played last week when Kempy was in the box, bloody watching him score tries and shit, remember?
Yeah.
Like he's fast as fuck. He's
fast.
so good.
Yeah.
And he almost like fits their mold a bit better, that fast, exciting type player.
Well, they've got like the big, lanky, like Cobbo
you've got
on the other
side.
Yeah.
And then Oates is a lot slower and stuff. What do you think? Would you have him? Obviously, you lose Dom Young. He could almost fill that mold there.
We need someone.
Yeah.
He's good under a high ball.
Yeah. And did you say that other guy you signed from the UK plays wing?
No, I think he's centre or second row.
Right.
And then the other guys...
Like Pierce Paul
is second row, I think. And then the other guy, Will Price.
Yeah, that's
is
the
a
one.
5'8" or
right,
some fullback.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is interesting where he fits, I guess, depth as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I think just in terms of like experience and what you get is what you see with Oates. I think it's a good at least a good change. It will definitely like fill a spot, fill a gap. Will it be as exciting as Dom Young? Probably not.
No,
but
I don't think there's much.
No,
that would be.
No, but it's probably going to be like
safe.
You're probably not going to lose too much.
No,
your team will be okay.
Yeah,
it just comes back down to like, would you pay more than $450K for him?
I don't know. Yeah,
I don't think I would.
Nah, not for like if you knew you were going to get 23 games out of him a year, maybe.
Yeah.
But you don't know what you get.
You don't. Well, yeah. Especially
he's like 28 or 29, isn't he? Like
he'd be close to 30. Yeah, he'd be pushing it. So
it's like you don't know. You'd have to get like a full medical and assurance or something like that his body's going to hold up.
I think he'd have to be like if I look at that and I'm like, for me to move my whole family, and he's been in Brisbane basically forever, right?
Needs to be more than 50.
He'd have to be close to 600.
Yeah.
And would you pay 600 for a winger?
Don't think so. Maybe 550.
Maybe. So 100K more.
Yeah. Like 100K is a lot if it's for 3
years. It is, but then I don't really know what goes on with like you land in different tax brackets then, and it's just like, what do you really make out of that?
Yeah.
Are you going to be spending more money in is Newcastle more expensive? I know like
probably not
as much as say if you're in Sydney. That's why like a lot of players
is Brizzy probably.
Yeah, true. Yeah,
so you might get more for your money down there.
Yeah, that's what I was saying with like Payne Haas when they're like, oh, why would he leave and make 100K somewhere? He's probably going to be spending double the amount of money on just anything in Sydney, right?
Yeah.
If he put signs for a Sydney team. So yeah, I think it'd be all right in terms of that. But yeah, I don't think you'd move for anything less than 100K more a year.
And that might be the point that Newey can get him for 550.
Personally, I look at it and I think that the report's half right. I think he does want to move, but I don't think it's because of the money.
Do you think it's for like?
I don't think he's going to play. Honestly, no. I think Kevy's had a chat. I think Kevy sat him down because they've just re-signed Jesse Arthurs as well. Yeah. So I reckon they've gone.
But he could just get paid $450 a year playing
wants
reserve.
To play. His career's coming to the end, man. Maybe he just wants to go and play somewhere. You know what I mean? As you get older, like you probably start caring less about that. And you probably just want to have you got a couple years left, a few years left. You probably just want to play some footy. You know?
Your kids see you and stuff.
Yeah. So who knows?
I mean, we'll have him. Like we would, I reckon he'd fit in well.
You just don't want to overpay.
Nah, ruin the salary cap for that.
It's not worth for someone like that.
Nah.
You know.
Yeah.
You already overpay one cunt.
I fucking wouldn't say we overpay him lately.
Not right now.
At the start of the year, I was like, fuck yeah.
So funny hearing the chat about KP to now, mate.
The last 7.
We were even doing it.
Yeah, we were.
But it was fair. It was fair criticism.
He wasn't playing, and then when he played, it was a bad move. Obviously, putting him at 6.
Yeah, it's just good to see. Like, I haven't seen him touch wood. I haven't seen him like get a head knock for ages now.
He sort of got a little one yesterday, but he was straight back up.
Right, I didn't see it.
It's obviously not affected him.
Yeah, he's clearly like gotten over that mentally. I think it was a big mental gap.
Oh, for sure. It's been like what 14. He's strung like 15 games together now, or 14 games.
Yeah.
It's been good.
Yeah. What do you think about Tavita retiring?
Weird.
Do you reckon it's real, or do you reckon it's just bullshit? And he's
it's real.
No,
apparently.
I mean, like, is it real that he's retiring, or do you reckon the Bulldogs have sort of pushed, like, gave him a John?
Gould
would you like
came
to leave?
out as like with an ultimatum. I read, being like it's footy or boxing, but then apparently he's shot that down. But
then Bennett's come out this week and said that he
would have him.
He'd have him, and he wants to sign him and shit if he's available.
But he wants.
So it's kind of like, do you feel like
do boxing?
Apparently he wants to move back to Queensland as well.
Yeah.
So
do boxing.
Well,
you can't. I don't think you can just. The Bulldogs wouldn't. There'd be a stipulation that you can't just go sign with another team.
I don't know.
Have to be, because every other player would.
I don't think it will be, because they're not. I think it would if they had to pay him out of his last year.
Yeah.
But because it's just a clean break.
Yeah, but anyone could do that though. Anybody could do that.
I think if you terminate contracts.
Why does Ben Hunt do that now then?
I think the Bulldogs don't really give a fuck.
Yeah, I know that.
Because they don't want to spend any money for next year, bro. Then they get $750K back, and then they can go just spend it somewhere else. So they're probably just like, oh, it's all good. Like,
yeah.
But they probably don't care, man. Like if he was doing it to leave a club and they're like, it's a really good player and they wanted to keep him.
Yeah.
I think they don't want him, bro.
No, I don't think
so. They're probably just like, all right, mate. Like, we won't stand in your way.
Yeah.
Let's just sign off on you getting nothing next year and we're good to go. See you later.
Go do your own thing.
Yeah, and then
Testy pop.
Yeah, I think that's something to do with that.
Yeah.
To be honest, and I wouldn't be surprised by mid next year you see him back playing footy.
Yeah.
Probably the Dolphins. Yeah. That'd be a pretty good forward pack, to be fair.
It would be pretty good.
Bromwich.
He'd like maybe get reined in a bit.
Yeah.
With like Bromwiches.
Oh, yeah. I think he'd be better. I
Kafusi.
think if there's one coach that would probably pull him in, it would probably be Bennett.
Well, I think when he played for Broncos under Wayne,
that's
he
when
was good.
Yeah, he was really good.
Yeah.
Just fucking destroying fucking, what's his name? Tamalolo and shit.
Oh,
Remember
yeah.
that?
Oh, that game.
Oh. Was that Bennett or was that Seabold?
No, I think it was Bennett.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was hectic.
Wow.
That was the first game you're like, holy fuck, this is the new cunt.
They put him
block.
on the map, like put his name on the map.
And then the next week he was shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Haas is like, boop, boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop, boop.
just way better.
Yeah.
Tino, I just want to talk about Tino's like 10-year deal. I've got concerns over 10-year
Apparently,
deals.
it's a 3-year deal.
Right.
With 7 on the
Players side or the
players
team?
side. Players
Right.
side.
So 10 years.
Yeah.
And I got concerns over teams. That's technically still the team allowing for up to 10 years. Like it's the player's decision.
Yeah,
really.
it is. Yeah. It's all on the player.
So it's like I've just seen them in the past, and I just don't think it's a long time to rely on a player.
Yeah. Like you see,
There
sort
must
of
be
see it
some
with Tamalolo.
sort of, yeah.
Cherry Evans, it's worked.
It worked, but a half I find different to a forward.
Yeah. Because he'll go.
Forwards can go downhill very quickly. They take a lot more punishment than a half.
And Tino plays hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Halves almost get better with age.
Yeah, for sure.
To a degree until they just completely can't go anymore.
Yep.
But you even look at DCE right now. He's killing it still, man.
He's killing it.
The thing that I hate about things with DCE, you see contracts and stuff, and they put out like the top fucking however many players. That 10-year, like they still put in that 10-year deal of him being on like 1.2 mil or whatever.
Yeah.
It finished.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it finished.
I don't remember.
It's
Fuck,
finished,
we're
and
old.
he had to renegotiate like a year ago or something.
Yeah, right.
So he's probably on like I don't know, like 700K or something.
Yeah. Like half of what he's
Half of what he's on,
Yeah.
and they still put that in there. I'm like, that deal ended. What are you talking about?
Yeah, true.
We need to move on, but yeah, I've got concerns over it. He's going to be 33 by the time that finishes. It's just like, that's a long time.
Yeah, he's definitely not going to be in his prime.
No.
But
But you never know. Maybe he leaves after a few years. If they're not, I guarantee, man, if they're still doing what they're doing now in 3
go to the
years,
Storm.
and I say that's probably what got him over the line. We'll sign you on a 10-year deal, but you can have it in your favour. So if we're shit in 3 years' time, you can leave.
Yeah.
He's probably like, fucking sweet.
I'll take that
take
1
it.
point whatever for
Yeah.
1.2 for 3 years. Fucking oath. And it's
hell.
ratcheted to the salary cap.
So it changes.
every time the salary cap
It
goes
bumps.
up,
I was
it'll
going to
go
say
up.
that can be a bit of
It's
a
like
detriment.
it's roughly because the salary cap's about 12,
Yeah.
and he's on 1.2,
Right.
so that's roughly 10%.
Yeah.
So
a
he'll
lot
just
of
be
the
on
salary
10%. If it goes up to 14, he'll be on 1.4.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
It's a lot of salary cap for a forward.
And if didn't he already win a comp at Melbourne? 2017?
Yes.
Yeah, or 2020 or whatever
Yeah.
it was. He's already won a comp.
Yeah, but
maybe he just wants fucking
Legacy, you want to win more, man.
Yeah,
you do.
but do you?
Yeah.
Once you've won one,
I don't know.
do you not want like
I've never been in that position. So I
no?
can't really
But
say.
like he could stay at Titans for the rest of his career,
Could do.
make 12 million or more.
Yeah.
Like, who knows?
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Regardless if he plays good or bad, which he'll play good because he's top player. He is,
Yeah.
he'll make that money.
Yeah. I look at Tino and I look at Haas and I can't compare them as being at the same level.
No.
They're the same level in terms of they're both the best at what they do,
Yeah,
but I don't think they're the same. And
No.
I don't think you can pay. If I look at it side by side, I don't think I can pay Tino what I paid Haas. Because I think Haas does something completely different.
Tino is getting more than Haas.
That's what I mean. Around the same.
100,000.
Around the same.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I can't look at them both and go, like, I can't see Tino being worth as much or more than Haas.
Haas offers so much more.
So much more.
Yeah.
The only thing with Haas is I don't think you could give him a 10-year deal because you don't know how long
he's
he can
gonna
do
burn
that.
out. Yeah.
That's different to what that is. Like,
For sure.
what Tino does, you could probably see him doing something similar
In
to that
10
for the
years.
next 10
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Haas, it
5
won't be
years,
like
6
that.
years,
Yeah, and
yeah.
he's
They'll
gonna
have to
get
scale it
slower
back.
and
Yeah.
like less minutes and all
Yeah.
that shit, right? So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. But
Imagine if he doesn't.
it'd be fucking mental, mate. He's already like the best player in the fucking
Yeah,
comp.
literally.
All right, we'll go through the games nice and quick.
Yeah.
Where are we at? Yeah, cool. We'll
Yeah.
run through these pretty quickly. Cowboys Sharks 12-32. We did talk about this
Yeah, we
already.
did touch on it. Yeah, it was disappointing from the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Sharks is hitting a bit of form
Yeah.
at the right end of the season.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Sharks are, it was so weird because they went, I think like Trindle's found his sort
He's
needed
slotted
those
into
couple
that,
games and
yeah.
shit, and he's gotten a lot better. And
For sure.
Hines looks like he's got more confidence again.
Yeah. Connor
And-
Tracy at the back is
Yeah.
like lightning.
Yeah, they just need to shore up that left defensive edge, man, which they have done. So, but yeah, we sort of said disappointing from Cowboys. They're just weird. It was like a must win, and they just look like dog shit, really.
Yeah. It's probably their season.
Yeah. Warriors Seagulls. Not very good from the Warriors, and I've found this the last couple of weeks, and this is why I can't put them into the same
Echelon
mold
as-
as
yeah.
the other two, because I feel like they've got this in them, and I don't know how
Yeah.
I don't know how it will happen in finals time.
And
What
they're
will happen
like,
there?
there's versing poor teams
Yeah.
leading up to that.
Yeah.
So they're not getting that. Like Broncos have Storm last round. Panthers, they're not versing hard teams either leading up to it, but they've already got all those scalps.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Warriors
man.
haven't really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought it could have easily went Manly.
It could have.
Yeah.
You know, that one call, if it's flipped the other way and they got a penalty, and you never know, like it
For
could have
sure,
easily
yeah.
flipped. So,
Not
yeah,
convinced.
Dude, no, not convinced.
Yeah.
But yeah, Seagulls obviously done for the season, so it's good to see they were still trying.
For sure.
But Warriors probably need to pick up their game a little bit.
Yeah.
I feel like they played almost better in Australia this year.
Echo your sentiment.
They have,
Yeah.
They look better.
They look better.
I'm not saying they're not winning. They're obviously winning
They're
a lot of
still
games.
winning, yeah,
But
yeah.
they'll like they got beat by us over there. They got beat by Souths when Souths weren't doing very well. There's been a few games where they've won, but like not convincingly,
Nah.
and they've all been over there.
Yeah.
But then like all the games, even Tigers last week, they weren't very like. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't in. It was in somewhere else in New Zealand,
Hamilton
but,
or something. Yeah.
But like weren't convincing, and
No.
so it's weird. Yeah, over
is
here
weird.
they've looked better.
They have, for sure. I
All
wonder
right.
if that's like they've been here for 2 years
Yeah,
before, that
and they're
it's
probably
like-
comfortable. Maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Eels Roosters touched on it a little bit. Roosters probably just a bit too classy. Obviously, Eels without Moses really showed. I thought that RC or whatever his name is, he struggled a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dijon Mustard.
Dijon Mustard. He struggled a little bit, especially on that edge with Manu and even I thought Sia Wong was really good for
He
us.
was very good.
I thought the last 2 weeks, Terrell May, been unbelievable coming off the bench, man.
Yeah.
He's
Massive impact.
he's cemented his spot for me for the remainder of the season.
Yeah.
And
I thought Angus Crichton.
Crichton was good when he came
was
on. Made a couple of errors where he sort of like
that's
just
always
rust
gonna happen.
coming back
Yeah.
in. But yeah, other than that, as I said, Collins obviously massive game. Thought Teddy was really good, and I thought Kiri played really well.
And Teddy would miss next week. Are they
I'd say
appealing
so.
that?
No, I don't think you would.
Yeah.
You'd rest him for the South
Get him
game.
ready
I
for
think
Souths.
we've you've got Golden Boot winner.
Yeah,
he'll
he'll
slot in
run
there, man.
400 meters.
Run 400 meters. That's all you really need to do against the Tigers. Go through the middle.
I reckon maybe like Manu for a double this week.
Yeah,
Wouldn't be bad.
wouldn't be a bad idea.
Watch my bets this week.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, man, got the job done. That's all we have to do. As long as we're winning, that's the main thing, man.
That's it.
Tigers Dolphins 24-23. I watched half of this and I had to go to the Matildas game, so I missed the rest
I
of it.
didn't watch all of it either.
Yeah, it was a good game for what I saw.
Yeah, I watched the first half and it was quite close.
Yeah,
Didn't really watch too much of it. I tipped the Tigers, so I'm happy they won.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I think we did both.
Both did, yeah.
I think the only game
You tipped Rabbitohs.
I tipped Rabbits,
But
but I was so happy I didn't care.
Yeah.
And I think you tipped,
I tipped
the
Cowboys.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we won about 7-7, was it?
7-7.
7-7, yeah, cool. You might have to do some fucking wild bets next couple of weeks, man. Just
what
to
am I
catch
3
me.
behind?
4, I think.
3, I think.
I think you're 4.
3.
Because you lost. You went back by 3 last week, I think. I got a perfect round. You got like 5, I'm pretty sure. Or
Did I?
6, maybe, yeah.
I thought I'm only 3 behind.
I'll have a look. Hold on. I'm on 117. You're on 114. 15, 16, 17, 3.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah. 3 behind. So you have to make some big decisions, mate. You don't want to
Do we
leave till
count
last week.
finals or what?
I think there should be a trophy at the end of the regular season.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Because we probably won't do the last,
No.
won't do I don't know. We might do a thing after the final. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, we didn't watch that game, so whatever. Both shit teams that won't make the 8.
Yeah.
Titans, Panthers, 14-40. I didn't watch a single second of this game.
Neither.
I wasn't that bothered because it doesn't mean anything.
No, I think the Titans were up.
I was watching Matildas.
The Titans started up. I think I was listening to it on the radio.
Right.
Titans were up 6-0. And then it was just avalanche. Yeah.
Yeah.
But not a surprise.
Look like a fucking...
Yeah, Titans are done for the year anyway.
They're packed up
Queuing
on the
the
beach,
rack.
mate. Yeah. Fucking, what's his name? Looked like he might have done an ACL.
Or Campbell.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were hopeful it wasn't.
But is it?
It hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, I reckon it is.
Yeah.
Mechanics of it on that slow-mo. Normally when you see change of direction and you see his leg jolt like that, it's normally ACL.
Yeah.
So I'd be very surprised if it wasn't. Mechanics was 100% ACL.
And his most dangerous asset is agility.
100%. So he's out for another. It's the end of the year, so that's probably all next year too.
Yeah.
So at least it clears up that
6 more months to get.
It clears up that whole. What's he going to play next year?
Roadblock. Yeah.
Dragons Storm. I saw the last 20 minutes of this when I got home.
Dragons put up a fight.
Yeah, they did.
It was. I reckon
Storm weren't that good. They weren't that
I
good.
thought they played okay.
They played okay,
man.
but like their defense wasn't great.
They
let in
I reckon
28
if you were the
points.
Storm, your asshole was like that for a bit of that.
You were squeezing tight,
Oh mate, it honestly looked like
keeping the avocado seeds in.
if you're Collins, you were. Yeah, seriously, it looked like they were gonna get done.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, nearly. Yeah. So
And that's
they
what
just
like
need
dragons and dragons do that at the end of the year when
Yeah,
they're out. They like
right.
ruin parties, man. Which
they like ruining shit. I think they did it to the Broncos last year. Remember?
Probably.
Broncos.
Like, we
Broncos
have
on
them
that slippery slide, and they needed to win.
gone.
They got pumped by
Ben Hunt puts on a masterclass.
Yeah, just pumped them.
Like Knights have
I
them
wonder what's going to
last
happen
round.
with him. No one said
Who
shit.
knows, bro.
Do you reckon he'll
Weird.
leave?
Shit will happen in the off season.
What do you reckon? He'll leave or nah?
No.
I reckon he will. He doesn't want to be there, bro. You can see it.
No, for sure.
Knights Rabbits 29-10.
Good. The scoreline probably flattered them a bit, I think.
No.
Like, Ponga should have kicked fucking
I
4
reckon
more goals.
I reckon it. Oh, do you mean it flattered Rabbits?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We should have pumped
I
them
thought you meant
more.
it flattered you. I was
No,
like,
no, no.
no, bro, you pumped them.
No, but
They look
Ponga,
like
Ponga
shit.
missed like 4 kicks.
I know.
Like, well, it was 12-0 at half
Yeah,
time.
so I was nervous because I was
Me
like,
too.
fuck.
That'll come back to bite us. Yeah.
But yeah, he just carried it on in the second half.
Even-
They had a little moment at the start with Cookie, and then
Even
you
like
just rolled
that,
from
like those 2 tries.
Mm.
Yeah, you should defend them off the Cookie so fast off that scrum play.
Yeah.
And then Shaq Mitchell, like big boy, is isolated with Clune.
Yep.
You can forgive them, but like the scramble the rest of the game was like,
Oh, your defense was unbelievable,
on
and that's changed
point.
your whole season. And you just haven't had that for so long.
it's like you play when you're winning.
I
you
remember
play
you watched-
confident.
The last 5 years that I've been home and watching games, like if you're attacking the Knights line, there's probably
You're scoring every
there's
like
an 8 in 10
10
chance you're
times.
fucking scoring, mate.
every 10 tackles you're scoring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Like tissue paper.
100%.
Yeah.
It was fucking shit.
They
Whereas
put like the
that's just
steel
completely
back
different.
into it, man.
Yeah. Steel City.
Steel City.
All right.
I read a stat today that this is the biggest winning streak since 2010, and it was the biggest crowd we've had at home since like 2007 or some shit. Wild.
I was really nervous when I seen you run out in your mining gear because you
Same.
never win.
I don't think
that.
we've won one since 2015
With that kid on.
with that kid on.
I didn't even know that, and I knew that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like I just know that you never win with that on.
Yeah.
I've never seen you win a
We
game
don't
with that
win
on.
with that on.
No.
Yeah.
He's won.
Thank
Did one for the workers.
Thank fuck.
Were you nervous when you saw that as well?
Fuck it. I knew at the start of the week
Yeah.
because they were like announced it. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh no.
Fuck me.
I said to
Thought
Katie,
they
I'm
put
like,
that
we
in the
never
rack.
win this
Yeah.
in this jersey.
I said that as well.
Yeah.
Raiders Bulldogs 36-24.
I thought Bulldogs are going to get them. Yeah.
Oh, looking good.
They're not. Raiders are not playing like a team that's going to go far in the finals.
No, if they make it.
If they make it.
Yeah.
Jack Whiten was out, which might have been a bit of difference.
If they play like that against the Sharks and the Broncos,
yeah,
they won't make it.
No.
They're going to fall
and Jack
out.
Whiten's out with a hammy.
Yeah.
3 weeks?
Yeah, he's out too, yeah.
So
Correct. So he might not even
play regular season.
rest of the year. He might be gone, man.
They
Hammies are lingerers as well. Trust me. Go on. Especially when you get old. Tell ya.
Well,
He's
there you
about
go.
my age, isn't he?
That's it.
Bit younger?
Bit younger.
Or is he like 31?
31, I think.
I'm 31.
You're 31, yeah.
31?
For a few days.
I'm 31, mate. When you get old, you know when you're like younger
Yeah,
and
you
you're
claim
like,
it.
you're 12 and you're like, I'm 12 and a half.
Yeah.
Or 12 and 3/4. And then you're
I'm
like,
nearly 13.
Yeah.
No, I'm still 31.
yeah, I'm like 31. Up to the day before. 31.
Until 11:50 the night before.
Yeah. What are we talking about? 31. All right, mate. That's all the games. Do you want to do up the tips?
Yeah,
We'll
do
go
tips.
through them.
Yep.
And get out of here.
Let's do it.
Jeez, you rattled through that quick. It's good.
We did. Panthers, Eels.
The Eels, Panthers.
Panthers, yep. Warriors, Dragons. At Warriors.
You'd say Warriors.
Yeah, Warriors. Dolphins, Cowboys.
Fuck.
It's at Suncorp, I think, too.
I think Dolphins have so many players out, man.
They do, yeah.
You have to go Cowboys.
Yeah, you have to go Cowboys. Storm, Titans.
Storm.
Yep. Roosters, Tigers.
Roosters.
Raiders, Broncos.
Yep.
Well, this is a game of the round. Bulldogs, Manly.
Manly.
I'm going to go Bulldogs.
Righto.
Just fuck it, why not?
You need to.
Yeah. Newey, Sharks.
Fuck.
I'm going Newey.
I think you might drop one.
Yeah,
I think you need to drop one.
we probably do.
Do you know what I mean? I'm going to go Sharks. So I think if you win too many into the finals, it's like the run needs to end somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's like hard to get from there all the way to the grand final.
Newey,
Whereas like if you drop one, it almost like resets you a little bit. Like,
Newcastle $1.68.
because who you got the last round?
St George.
Yeah. So that's a win. So you almost want to lose it. You
I don't
don't. You don't want to lose. You know what I
No.
mean? But it's almost like,
Yeah.
would you be more worried going in with a fucking 9-game win streak, or would
nah,
you
knowing
rather
the
go
Knights-
like 7, lost 1?
Newcastle, I'd take the streak.
Righto.
Take the streak.
Righto.
If we can keep it. But
Cool.
yeah, so I'll go Newey. You
Yeah.
go Shark.
Yeah. So there's a few different there. That's
Yeah.
good.
Cool.
That's it.
That's it.
Anything else? No. All right.
Go
If you,
Newcastle.
go Newcastle. If you haven't, please subscribe, like, all that stuff on our Instagram, on our YouTube. That'd be awesome. And we'll see you next week, guys. See you later. Go the Roosters.
See ya. Go Knights.